Hey, how about adding more laughter to your summer and plan a trip too? Check this out, the National Comedy Center. And here with reasons to visit, you don't need a whole lot of them. This place is wonderful. Kate Welshofer is here with us. Nice to see you again.
It's so great to be back. We have some space. We could have kept the dogs for the next segment.
They came
could have
over
hung
here.
out with
They
us.
wanted to see you and say hello. And they came over. We were laughing about that.
We love it.
But you must know everything there is about laughter because you are in a place that has been called the best museum in the world.
Yeah.
The happiest place in the world. But more than a museum, it's more like a playground, isn't it?
It really is. It's an adventure when you go there. You think museum and that puts the kind of idea in your head.
Like a bunch of stuff standing around.
Correct. That is not this.
No.
Is the National Comedy Center really is an adventure in laughter. You're celebrating the art form of comedy, learning about its greatest legends, but you're also having an incredibly good time. And you see here as you make your way through the museum, one of the key parts is that this is tailored to your sense of humor and your comedy personality. We ask you to create a sense of humor profile, which is stored on what we call a laugh band. And then as you go through the different exhibits, you tap in and it says, okay, now we know who's here, we know what you are going to think is funny, and we can tailor this exhibit to you specifically. And when you're with a whole group of people, it can read the room and say, okay, this is the common theme with all of these people, this is what's going to be the most fun.
I bet a lot of people go and they have fun and they laugh at something, and then the people you're with laugh at the person who's laughing, and it becomes so interactive, almost like woven together.
There is something about that when we laugh together
Yeah.
that it enhances the entire experience, and you kind of watch when people come in, maybe a little tentative at first, trying to figure it out, but by the end, everyone's laughing together, which makes a great experience.
You know, and laughter is such a universal thing. I mean, you see the young children right there, but then, you know, we're talking about some of the great old-time comics that bring back a childhood or a youthful memory to an older person who's visiting the exhibit.
And with a lot of this comedy as well, you see how it spans the generations. You might see a young person say, oh, this guy's pretty funny, and it's George Carlin, and it's fascinating.
Right.
One of the new things that we have now at the Comedy Center is Joan Rivers' joke file. 70,000 jokes in this file that she kept track of throughout her entire career. Yes. It's alphabetized, so it goes from age to whether there's Cher, plastic surgery in between. Unbelievable. And this will be the cornerstone of an expanded Joan Rivers exhibit, who was such a trailblazer in comedy and a real pioneer. So that's something exciting coming later this summer.
So how do you fight your way through this place in one day? Because it seems like you'd be in such, I mean, there's one thing to recollect, but another to discover.
Yeah. I think really for a lot of people who do go, they will say, I've got to come back because there's more to see. But there really is that curiosity, and it just sort of brings you through and gives you that opportunity to experience and try out as much as you want to. You see here, this is the comedy karaoke, where you're served up the best bits of stand-up in the screen like you would be doing karaoke singing, only you've got the mic and you're reading off some classic comedy.
This is way cool.
It's such a unique experience and such a fun experience. This is the green screen experience, which puts you in the middle of your favorite TV and movies, and you get to act it out.
What a phenomenon Saturday Night Live was this year, because they celebrate this big anniversary. So I imagine you have a taste of that going on here with this.
We absolutely do, and one of the things that's so cool is that we have the original SNL script from the first season, first episode, and you think back then where this was a show and a bunch of people that people had never heard of, didn't know what it was all about, and now it's such a part of our culture. So we have that. We have an expanded Saturday Night Live exhibit that also shares the Washington's Dream cue cards with Nate Bargatze, which was a viral sketch. And something also that's a great tie-in to what's happening here in Cleveland. Obviously, the Rock Hall has a great musical SNL exhibit happening, and we have the comedy side of things. And you can get a combo ticket now. If you go to comedycenter.org/comedyrocks, you can get a combo ticket. Yeah, you can get a dual ticket to both the Rock Hall and the Comedy Center, and you have a year. If you visit one museum, you have a year to check out the other one with this combo deal.
As they wind up the helicopter and saying it's over for us, tell about the Chautauqua Festival. You've got two big festivals coming up also, right?
Yeah, we have Chautauqua Comedy Week that's coming up, and we also have, we don't want to rush the summer, but we have the Lucille Ball Comedy Festival, which is such a great opportunity to celebrate Lucille Ball, who is a native to
Yeah.
Jamestown, New York.
Can you visit both in a day?
You can. You have
To move fast.
a dual ticket. You might have to move fast, but you can absolutely check out both of those. But the Comedy Festival features this year headlining is Jon Stewart. That show is sold out, but we also have a comedy showcase that features, speaking of musical guests, Bill Murray in a way that you may not have seen him before with his Blood Brothers band. And we also have a conversation about Saturday Night Live with head writer Streeter Seidel and writer and cast member Mikey Day. So
we could do an hour.
A lot to experience. Yes.
We could talk for an hour.
There's so much to fit in.
Stimulating, a whole lot of fun in the National Comedy Center. Thank you so much for coming back up to Cleveland and
Thanks for having me.
giving us the bird's eye lowdown on this
It's always
caper.
great to be here.
We love it. Thank you very much.